Okay, so taking that comfortable seat, just let your arms relax, hands in the lap. Feel your shoulders glide down away from your ears. And gently close your eyes. Taking a moment to turn your focus and attention inward before we start our posture practice. Start to observe and acknowledge how you feel physically this morning. Scanning through your body, just noticing any physical sensations or parts of the body that you're aware of for any reason today. Start to feel an upward energy through your spine, gradually lifting and lengthening from the tailbone all the way up the crown of the head. And just noticing how that recruits the strength of some of the muscles in the lower and middle back. See if you can still let the shoulders feel completely relaxed. And then notice if your spine is either leaning forward or back from the hips or more to the right or left side. And if so, just subtly adjust so that the spine is just suspended over the pelvis. And feel your head suspended over the rest of the spine. Finding that nice long alignment. And then start to notice and watch the movement of your breath. Tune into the sound of your own breath. And observe your body as it expands and contracts with your cycle. And just start to consciously lengthen this process. Take more time to expand the next time you breathe in. And more time to contract the next time you breathe out. Let your breath be a wave of energy moving in and out of the body. And the next time that you inhale, you can float the eyes open. Let's open the arms and reach up overhead. Press the palms together and look toward the thumbs. Actively reaching up the spine. Deep, deep breath. One more breath in. Exhale, float the arms open and reach behind your back, interlace the fingers. Roll the shoulders and elbows back and extend the arms behind you. Lift the arms up away from the hips a little bit and lift your chest, gently arching the upper back. Feel your inhalation move all the way up to the chest before you exhale. One more breath in. And exhale, release, separate the arms. Good, let's come into table pose. If you were sitting up on any support, you can move that aside. Plant the palms shoulder width apart and your knees hip width apart. We'll take some spinal waves. Inhale, lift your tailbone, chest, and chin, looking forward or up. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone and chin. Again, inhaling and exhaling. Continue through both directions, coordinating with your own breath. And feel free to add any other type of movement in the hips, spine, or shoulders, whatever would feel good to wake up the backside of your body right now. And then arrive back at a neutral table pose. Extend your arms forward and let your chest and armpits press down toward the mat for half down dog. Actively press into your palms, strong through the arms and the shoulders like in the full posture as your spine extends. Take 5 deep breaths here. The next time you inhale, lift yourself back up into table pose. And let's step the legs back to plank. Bring the feet and legs together, shoulders over the palms, nice and strong through the core. Breathe slowly and deeply. And even as the intensity in the body builds, try and keep the breath calm. Take 5 more breaths. Last breath in. Exhale through chaturanga all the way down to the ground. Point the toes. Inhale low or high cobra. Exhale, roll down. Twice more, inhale, coming up into cobra. Exhale to let it go. And once again, inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, push up to the knees. Exhale your hips back and then up for full downward facing dog. Adjust your feet a few inches apart. Spread the fingers widely and press back. We haven't stretched the hamstrings yet, so if they feel a little tight, you can bend the knees a little bit. Or you can alternate bending one knee deeply as you reach the opposite heel down. Just pedaling the back of the legs if that feels good. Good, and then we're going to raise the right leg up into the air. Inhale. Exhale, step that foot into a high lunge. Come up on the fingertips or blocks if you like. Get nice and long through that back leg and a deep bend in your front knee. Good, breathing deeply here. We'll keep the left hand on the mat. Inhale, rotate and raise the right arm. Spinal twist. Push strongly down against your left palm. Engage that shoulder as you rotate from the belly button all the way up the spine. Let's wrap the top arm around the back for a half bind, tucking that right hand somewhere near your hip, gliding the right shoulder blade back more to open your chest. And then inhale, reach up with the right arm again. Exhale, take the hand back to the floor. Send your hips back and up and try and straighten the right leg, folding forward. Modified pyramid pose. Good, keep pressing against the front foot, extending the leg as much as you can. Deep hamstring stretch. Good, the next time you exhale, bend your front knee again, high lunge. Plant your palms, step to plank pose. Take a deep breath in, exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. exhale, let it go. Let's press straight up to plank. Tuck your toes. Push against the mat. Plank pose. Exhale, down dog. From here, let's raise the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, step that foot into your high lunge. Good. Low in the front knee, high in the back knee. And the right hand will stay down. Spinal twist, rotate, raise your left arm. Good, feel that rotation move all the way up the spine. And then let's wrap the top arm around the back for a half bind. Glide the shoulder blade farther back. Really open the left side of your chest. Good, let's reach that left arm up again and take the hand to the floor. Send the hips up and back and try and straighten your left leg as you fold forward, nose to knee, modified pyramid pose. One more breath in. Exhale, bend the front knee to your lunge, plant the palms. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Once more, inhale, cobra. Exhale, roll back down. Tuck your toes, push straight up to plank pose. And then exhale, down dog. Good, let your head and neck drop. Press up and back through the hips. 5 deep breaths. One more breath in, look forward. Exhale, feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back position. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching over your head. Exhale, release the arms. Good, stand toward the very front of your mat if you're not quite there. And we're gonna come through some sun salutations. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale, lower and hover in chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. And feel free to substitute cobra for upward facing dog if you prefer to lower all the way to the ground or you're not comfortable with up dog. Take one more breath in, look forward. Exhale, feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rise up, reach over your head. Exhale, release. Second time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale, hover down in chaturanga. Inhale, press to upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. One more breath in, look forward. Exhale, feet to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Once more. Inhale, begin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Let's settle into the pose. Deep, even breath. One more breath in, look forward. Exhale, feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Let's stand with the feet together. We're going to take one round of Sun Series B. On an inhalation, sit back to chair pose. Exhale, dive forward and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Inhale deeply. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. From down dog, raise your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, step the foot to high lunge. Ground your back heel. Inhale, warrior one. Let's take 3 breaths here. With an exhalation, hands down, back heel up. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step to high lunge, ground your back heel. Inhale, warrior one. One more breath in. Exhale, hands down, back heel up. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stay here and breathe. One more breath in, look forward. Exhale, feet to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, feet together. Bend your knees, sit to chair pose, and inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, stand and release. Good, let's step the left leg back for triangle pose. Increase the distance, you've got a wide space between your feet, and then get strong in the legs. Let's inhale, open the arms. Exhale, the hips back, upper body forward, and then pivot your arms. Right arm down, left arm up. You can use your shin, ankle, a block, or the floor, whatever you can touch. Good, and draw your tailbone in slightly so that you're not arching your low back too much. And then roll your left rib cage back, really open across the front body. Good, keep breathing deeply and squeezing every muscle in your legs. Good, look down at the ground, bend your right knee deeply and put that hand down either on the floor or a block outside of the foot, and then sweep your left arm over your face diagonally away from the heel. Extended side angle pose. Press your right knee into the right bicep. Keep that knee and hip wide. So the leg base should feel like warrior two now. The upper body is low and reaching away. Good, look down, exhale the left hand to the mat, lift your left heel up. You should be in a lunge here. We're gonna bring that knee down to the floor, low lunge. So sink down into the hips. Really deep bend in the front hip crease, stretching through the left hip crease. And let's inhale, rise up, low crescent lunge. Reach the arms over the shoulders, lift up through your spine. And we're going to bring the hands together in front of the heart and take a spinal twist. Twist to your right, cross the left elbow to the outside of the right knee or thigh. And then push your top hand into the bottom hand. So the right hand pushes to the left to help you twist more up your spine. Feel your right shoulder blade glide back. Deep, deep breath. One more deep breath in. Look down, exhale, palms to the floor. Inhale, lift your back knee. Exhale, step to plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take one more breath in and look forward. Exhale, walk up to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. We're going to stay here in our forward bend. You can bring your hands behind your ankles or calves and just draw your upper body close to the thighs. Sort of wrapping the forearms behind the calves. Let your head hang down. Good, and let go of the legs. Take the hands to the front of the shins and inhale, flat back. Hold the spine there and bring your hands to your waist, and then press the hips forward to stand up. Good, let's take the other side. Step your right leg back. I'm just gonna face the other direction. So nice wide space between the feet for triangle pose. Strong through the legs. Let's open the arms. Send the hips back as you lean the upper body forward, and then pivot your arms. Left arm down, right arm up. Good, really stack the shoulder blades. Squeeze your legs together and use the strength of your right glute muscle to pull the tailbone in a little so you're not arching the lower back too much. Good, roll that right rib cage back. Good, look down at the ground, bend the left knee deeply, putting your left hand down outside of the foot. Then sweep your right arm forward and then diagonally away from the right leg. Extended side angle. So your bicep is right by your face, actively reaching away from the back leg. Take a few more breaths. And then look down, exhale the right hand to the mat, lift your right heel up, that should put you in a lunge, and then lower the right knee to the ground, low lunge. Sink down into your hips here. On an inhalation, rise up, reach the arms up over the shoulders, finding balance here, a low crescent lunge. And then bring the palms together in front of the heart. We're going to twist to the left, so rotate from your belly button. Cross the right elbow to the outside of your left knee or lower thigh, and then push your top hand into the bottom hand. Get some leverage to rotate more deeply up your spine. The left shoulder blade gliding back. Deep, slow breath here. And look down at the ground. We're going to take the palms to the mat. Lift your back knee. Inhale. Exhale, step to plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adjust your feet if you need to. Spread the fingers widely and press it back. 5 breaths. And then let's exhale the knees to the floor, come into child's pose. Sit back on your heels, let your upper body rest down in front of you, shoulders and arms relaxed. And close your eyes here. Just take a few moments to notice how your body feels at this point. Bring your attention back to your breath if it's elsewhere. Good. From here, you can lift yourself back up to table. So we're going to work on side plank, and I'll offer you some variations with the legs in side plank if you feel pretty comfortable and stable with the regular posture. So let's plant the palms and step the legs back to plank pose. And then bring your left palm a little closer to the right. So that way when we open to the side, the shoulder is stacked right over the wrist. And then slowly open to the side, coming to the outer edge of your left foot. And then raise your right arm up slowly, opening the upper body here. Side plank. Squeeze your left side, your obliques, all the muscles around the ribs to help lift the hips up, away from the floor. And if this feels pretty accessible, you can challenge your hips by raising your right leg up off of the left leg. So kind of creating more like a star position here. Another thing you can do is bend that knee and place the foot like tree pose against your straight leg. Good. Keep lifting your hips and your waist. A few more breaths. When you're ready to release, look down, take your hand to the floor, step that right leg back to plank. Let's open the palms and lift back to down dog. Good, other side, come back to plank, feet and legs together. Move your right hand in a little closer to your left hand. Then come to the outer edge of the right foot. Slowly open, raising your left arm up. So really root the shoulder blades in toward the spine. Lift your waist and hips. Good, if you want to challenge the legs, try lifting your left leg up off the right leg. Or bend that knee and try placing the foot like tree pose. Good, look down, exhale the left hand to the mat, step your other leg back, and lift back to down dog. Good, let's bring the knees to the mat in table pose. Bring your hands closer to the knees than you normally would, and then flip the palms. So the back of your hand is on the mat, and the fingers point toward your knees. So bending the wrist in the opposite way that they just were in plank. Sit your hips back toward your heels a little bit, to really stretch and flex the front of the wrists. Good. Take a few breaths here. Good. All right, let's bring the forearms and elbows to the floor. We're going to try that in forearm plank. So I want to cross the forearms and hold the outside of the elbows, just like you would if you're setting up for dolphin position. And then plant your forearms on the mat with the palms open, so the forearms are parallel to each other. Glide your shoulder blades back toward your hips, and then step your legs back to forearm plank. Tuck your tailbone in, and bring your hips level with the shoulders as your sternum moves forward. Good, now let's take the lower body first. So rotate your hips to the right, come to the outside edge of your left foot, and then slowly come off of your right elbow. Bring that hand to the waist, and just find your balance here on your left forearm. And then raise the right arm up if you feel steady. Just like the regular side plank, squeeze your waist, lift your hips up away from the floor. carefully. Bring the right hand and elbow back to the mat. And let's just bring the knees down for a moment. Rest in child's pose. Slowly sit to the heels. Let your head and neck rest. Just take a moment. Good. When you're ready, we'll try that for the other side. So come onto your forearms. Measure that distance again. And then plant the forearms parallel on the mat. Glide your shoulders back away from your ears and then step the feet back to forward plank. Lower your hips so they're level with the shoulders and feel your sternum slide forward. And then come to the outer edge of the right foot, so you're opening your pelvis. Then slowly come off your left elbow, bring that hand to the waist, and find your balance here on the right forearm. And then raise that left arm if you feel steady. Good. Slowly take the left hand back down, rotate so that you're in your forearm plank, and then knees to the mat. Last time in child's pose. We're going to take this with knees together. Sit back and wrap your arms around the legs. Let your hands rest by the feet so that your shoulders can just separate and melt open. Exaggerate the inhalation phase of your breath so that you really expand in your waist and in your lower back. Good. You can take your hands in front of your knees and lift yourself up just to sit on your heels for a moment. So sitting up nice and tall, maybe roll the shoulders a few times. Let go of any tension that might be in the shoulders or the upper back. And then let's open the arms, reach up over your head as you inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms behind your back and interlace your fingers. Glide the shoulder blades back and extend the arms behind you. Trying to straighten the elbows, reaching the fists down toward the floor. And then start to reach the arms up away from your hips. Any amount, just opening more across the chest. Good, let's exhale and release the arms. All right, I'm gonna have you lift up off your heels and kneel. We're gonna come into camel pose, so back bend. If the knees are sensitive, you can use a blanket to pad that joint there so you have a little more support. And we're gonna start with the toes tucked under and the heels lifted. Bring your hands to the back of the hips. The thumbs are gonna meet at your sacrum with your fingers standing out to the sides. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and tuck your tailbone down toward your knees. And now start to press your hips forward as you lean your shoulders back. Just go slowly here, creating the arch. Make sure you're breathing. Keep pressing the hips forward, want them over the knees the whole time. If you like, you can reach your hands for the heels. If this doesn't work for you, you can keep them at your hips the whole time. If your hands are at your feet, bring them back to your hips. Slowly lift from your chest, come upright, and then sit back down on your heels for a moment. Let your arms just rest down, palms in the lap, relax down through your shoulders, and take a few breaths to recover. And we'll take that one more time. Go ahead and sit back up off the heels, kneeling. You can tuck your toes, or if it's very easy for you to reach your heels, you can do this with your toes pointed. Let's bring the hands to the back of the pelvis again. Squeeze your shoulder blades as close as you can and tuck your tailbone down toward your knees. And now press your hips forward in space as you lean your shoulders back in space. Just little by little. Keep breathing the whole time. And then if you like, you can take your hands to your heels or the back of the ankles, but keep lifting up through the chest. And when you're ready to come out, hands return to your hips, lift up from your sternum, straighten the spine, and then sit back on your heels again. Good, let your palms just rest in your lap, shoulders relaxing down. Take a few breaths here, just letting your spine find its natural curvatures again. And then we're going to slowly lean the upper body forward. Walk your hands out, just little by little, lengthening your spine. And then walk your arms over to the right side of your mat, creating a C curve in your spine. And then drop down like child's pose. So a lateral child's pose here. You should feel a big stretch in the left side of your body. Try and let your head drop, tucking the chin to the chest. And then lift your head, walk your arms back through to your mat, and then over to the left. As far over as you can, creating that side bend, and then drop down like child's pose, lowering your ribs toward the thighs, tucking the chin to the chest. Good, take it back to your mat, arms out in front of you. Regular child's pose for a few breaths. And then lift yourself up. Then we're going to take a seat. So if you like to elevate the hips for some seated postures, take a folded blanket or whatever you use. And we're going to take seated bound ankle pose. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees open out to the sides. Hold your ankles or feet, whatever you can reach, and press the pinky toe side of the feet against each other. Squeeze your outer hips to open the knees wider. Lift up tall through your spine. Good, from here we're going to fold forward, tuck the chin to the chest, pull against your feet, and guide the spine forward and down, just little by little. Really paying attention to how your body reacts. And if at any point you feel like you can't bend farther forward without sacrificing your lower back, then just stay there. If the elbows meet the inner thighs, you can press there gently to help keep the knees open, but still use the strength of your outer hips and glutes. So they're not relaxed in this pose. It's very active in the outer thighs to help open the knees. When you're ready to come out, inhale and lift yourself upright. Let's bring the knees together. And we're going to keep the left knee here. Slide your right leg straight down on the floor. And just draw that left heel close to you. So you're hugging the shin as close to your body as you can and sit up nice and tall. So we're going to work on a seated forward bend. That's a binding posture. We're going to be binding around this bent knee here. And so if your hands don't connect behind you, you can use a strap and toss the strap behind your back. So I'm going to take my right hand to the floor outside of the hip, my straight leg. Reach up with the left arm and lengthen the left side. And then exhale, lean forward, reaching the right arm or the left arm straight toward the front of the mat. And now we're going to rotate that arm and wrap it around the left shin, bending at the elbow so that hand is now behind the back. Right, and then at this point, you can take your right hand, wrap it behind the back, and connect. If they don't connect, toss your strap with your right hand and catch it with your left hand. Right, so it's a forward fold as well as a bind, and depending on how this is going for you, you may not feel like you're folding that far forward toward the straight leg. That will come in time as you get a tighter bind. If this pose is just not comfortable for you at all, you can come out and take the left knee out to the side and just do our nose to knee forward bend. Right? But we've done a lot of work with the shoulders, so I wanted to offer a bound posture today just to see where things are at. And when you're ready to come out, let go of the bind. Just free up the arms and then lift up out of the forward bend. And let's straighten the left leg out in front of you. Good, bend your right knee and hug the shin to your upper body. Sole of the foot is on the floor. Get it as close to you as you can. The more compact that leg is, the easier it's going to be to bind around it, right? So heel really close to the hip. Take your left hand to the floor and lean to the left a little as you reach up through the right arm. So you want to stretch this side of the body. And then exhale, lean forward. Reach your right hand toward the front of your mat. And then rotate the arm and wrap it in front of the shin. Bend your elbow so that hand is just somewhere near your hip. And now your left hand is going to complete the bind. Reach it around your back and try and clasp your hands or toss your strap to connect. And once you have that, then focus on the forward bending aspect. Feeling your rib cage move down toward your thigh. You can tuck your chin toward the chest as you're using your bind to squeeze the bent leg close to your upper body. And then when you're ready to come out, let go of the bind first and just free up the arms and then lift up out of the fold. Good, let's extend that leg. Take your hands behind your back just to support your upper body. And just wiggle your legs around a little bit on the mat. Maybe bang the back of the thighs against the mat a few times. Just releasing some of that intense energy from the hips, especially the leg that was bent in that pose. Good, all right, let's take a wide-legged forward bend. Separate your legs as wide apart as you can, sitting up nice and tall here. And actively press out through your heels, squeeze your quadricep muscles, and just start by sitting upright as tall as you can. Hands just resting on the mat in front of your hips. Good, feel your lower back drop in and lift up through your chest. And then to come forward, feel your whole pelvis tilt forward to initiate that fold. As you start walking your hands out in front of you, any amount. Keep reaching out through the heels, strong straight legs. And close the eyes if you like, just really keep your attention in your body. Pay attention to your body's response to this pose. Take 3 more breaths. And then lift yourself upright. Good, draw it in. All right, let's take the back of the knees, just help to bring the legs back in. And I'm gonna have you sit down so that you're not on any support. So if you had the hips on the blanket, get rid of that. And let's take the hands behind the back again to support your upper body. Bend your knees and take your feet about as wide as your mat. And we're just gonna drop the knees back and forth like windshield wipers. And the next time you drop the knees to the right side of your mat, stay down there, twist to the back of your mat. So come off of your left hand, place it down behind you, and push against the ground to help you rotate from your belly button all the way up the spine. You can turn your head as well if you like, looking over your right shoulder. One more deep breath in, and exhale, unwind. Take your left hand behind you again and pick the knees up. Drop the knees to the left and come off your right hand, twist to the back of your mat. Separate your hands a little wider and push against the floor to twist. Turning your head to look over your left shoulder so you get some stretch and rotation in the neck as well. One more deep breath in, and exhale, unwind that twist. Good, pick your knees up and bring the feet and legs together. Hold the back of your thighs and slowly roll yourself down to your back. Good. Once you are on your back, bring your right knee to your chest and slide your left leg down on the mat. Good, take a few deep breaths here. We're going to finish up with a hamstring release. If you use a strap for this pose, you might want to have it nearby, but sometimes at the end of a practice we're already warmed up. You may be able to do this with the toe lock. So if you want to try, reach for the right big toe with your index and middle finger, kind of like peace fingers, and grab the big toe with your thumb pushing into the toenail and lie back down, and just see how it feels to try and extend the leg. If the hamstring resists and you really feel like there's a lot of tension in the leg, then do this pose how you normally would with a strap, right? So you can place the strap around the ball of the foot. If this is comfortable for you to straighten the leg, holding with just the big toe and the fingers here, we're gonna stay, trying to get the right shoulder back down toward the mat, so that downward energy that I always tell you to use with the strap. At the same time, press the big toe up against the fingers. Find that upward energy through the leg to help deepen the hamstring stretch. upper body. So tuck the chin, contract your abdominals, and roll your spine up, trying to bring the nose closer to the knee. Keep your left leg grounded on the mat. Good, roll your upper body back down. Let go of the toe lock or the strap and float the right leg down to the ground. Good, shake out the back of the knees and thighs against the mat a little bit. Adjust your hips if you need to. And then we'll take the other leg. Bring the left knee in, hugging the shin toward you, and actively reach forward through the right leg. Good, you can use your strap if the hamstrings are tight, or try the toe lock. Left hand's gonna reach forward, index and middle finger grab the big toe, thumb pushes against the nail, lie back down, and then press the foot against your hand and extend the leg. Good, try and guide the left shoulder down toward the ground, that downward energy, while at the same time you press the big toe up against the fingers to lengthen the hamstring. Good, and then a little core engagement. Draw the navel in, tuck your chin, roll your spine up off of the mat, trying to bring your nose to the left knee. Good, roll back down, release the toe lock or the strap, and float this leg down to the mat. Good, shake out the legs a little bit, let go of all of that intense energy from your thighs and your hips, and then get comfortable for Shavasana, corpse pose. If there's anything else you feel like you need to do to release your body, go ahead. If you need to bring the knees in or a little happy baby pose, whatever would feel good to you. And once you feel settled, find your relaxation posture. Let your arms and legs feel heavy. And close the eyes when you're ready. Give yourself a moment to scan through your body, just like when we started practice today. And notice if there's any muscle that's holding on to active energy. And if so, just let that release the next time you exhale. Let every muscle melt. Let every joint feel heavy. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. And feel your lower jaw release, relaxing the tongue and the throat as you resume your normal breath cycle. No longer breathing deeply or purposefully, just letting the breath be relaxed. Slowly bring your attention back to the surface and lengthen your breath. And begin to move a little bit through the fingers and toes, waking up your body. And take any other stretch or movement that feels good to you. And then eventually roll over to one side, curling up into a fetal pose. Just pause there briefly to notice how you feel. And then with as little effort as possible, bring yourself upright again and find a comfortable seat. And once you are sitting tall, let the arms just rest, hands in the lap. And continue to breathe deeply, feeling that energy fill your entire body. And we'll end our practice chanting Om one time. You can bring the palms together in front of the heart and take a deep breath in. Exhale and gently bow your head, acknowledging yourself for making time and space to practice and expressing gratitude to your own body. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this class.